Alright, football fans, for hundreds of college players, the NFL draft represents the culmination of a lifelong dream, hearing their name called and officially becoming a professional football player. But for many talented athletes, the dream takes a different path when the 7 rounds conclude and their name hasn't been announced. Yet, going undrafted isn't the end, it's the beginning of undrafted free agency. A period where players can choose their team and fight for a roster spot. That's the path that safety Shilo Sanders, the son of NFL legend and Colorado coach Deion Sanders, is now taking. Shilo Sanders did not get selected during the 2025 NFL draft weekend. He watched the final picks of the draft on Saturday, monitoring the situation via livestream, hoping to hear his name called. While that didn't happen, not being drafted immediately presented him with a different kind of opportunity: the freedom to decide which NFL team he wanted to join as a free agent. The draft weekend proved to be an emotional one for the entire Sanders family. Shilo's younger brother, quarterback Shilo Sanders, experienced a significant slide himself, falling from being projected as a potential first-round pick to being drafted in the 5th round by the Cleveland Browns on the same day. Watching both sons navigate the unpredictability of the draft process led to some candid moments shared publicly by the family. Deion Sanders told his sons, "Both of y'all, you're resilient," acknowledging the toughness required to handle the draft experience. Shilo himself remarked on the livestream, "They tested us this draft," a sentiment that his father echoed, saying, "They tested the whole family." It's clear that the draft outcome for both Shilo and Shilo was a challenging experience that the family felt collectively. However, there was also gratitude. After it was determined where Shilo would sign, Deion added, "I'm thankful. Tampa's a wonderful spot," referencing Shilo's new team. That team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Shilo Sanders has agreed to join the Buccaneers as a free agent after the draft concluded. This gives him his NFL shot, a chance to compete for a roster spot in the league. As a player, Shilo Sanders is known for a few key traits. The middle son of Deion, the 25-year-old safety is considered NFL ready in terms of age and experience. He had a notable college career, starting at South Carolina before transferring to play for his father at Jackson State and then following him to Colorado for his final 2 seasons. At Colorado, Shilo proved to be a productive defender. He led the Buffaloes in tackles in 2023 with 70 and was their 3rd leading tackler in 2024 with 67 tackles. Despite missing 3 games due to a broken forearm, he's known as a hard hitter and a ball hawk. In 2024, he recorded 2 pass breakups, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and even scored a defensive touchdown. NFL Network analyst Brian Baldinger praised Sanders before the draft, noting his 56 games of experience and a lot of splash plays from the safety position, calling him a good open field tackler. Shilo himself has shared his mindset on social media, posting, "Turnovers win games," and expressing confidence that somebody's getting a dog this week. Believe that. Going undrafted is an initial disappointment, but it also offers an opportunity for a player to assess potential fits and sign with a team where they believe they have the best chance to make the roster. For Shilo, that team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He now faces the challenge of earning his way onto an NFL roster during rookie minicamps, training camp, and the preseason, competing against other undrafted free agents and players already on the roster. In conclusion, safety Shilo Sanders went undrafted in the 2025 NFL Draft. An experience that he and his father Deion Sanders felt tested the entire family. However, his NFL dream is still alive. He has agreed to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a free agent, getting his opportunity with his chosen team. With his profile as a hard-hitting, experienced safety known for creating turnovers, Shilo will now aim to prove that he belongs in the NFL, taking the undrafted path to show the Buccaneers that they got the dog he promised. Alright, despite not hearing his name called during the 2025 NFL Draft, Colorado safety Shilo Sanders, the son of coach Deion Sanders, has quickly landed an opportunity in the NFL. Shilo revealed after the draft concluded on Saturday that he has agreed to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a free agent. Shilo had been monitoring the final rounds of the draft on a livestream, hoping to get selected. The draft weekend was an emotional one for the Sanders family, particularly after Shilo Sanders' surprising slide down the board. Documenting their reaction on the livestream, Deion Sanders told his sons, quote, "Both of y'all, you're resilient." Shilo responded, quote, "They tested us this draft," with Deion adding, quote, "They tested the whole family." Despite the challenging process, Deion later expressed his thankfulness for Tampa Bay, calling it a wonderful spot. Shilo Sanders brings a solid college resume to the Buccaneers. He played safety at Colorado for the past 2 seasons after previously being at South Carolina and Jackson State. During his time in Boulder, he was known as a hard hitter and ballhawk. He led the Buffaloes in tackles in 2023 with 70 and finished as the team's 3rd leading tackler in 2024 with 67 stops. Even though he missed 3 games due to a broken forearm. In 2024, he also made several impact plays, including 2 pass breakups, 2 fumble recoveries, a sack, a forced fumble, and a defensive touchdown. At 25 years old, he's considered ready for the professional level. NFL Network analyst Brian Baldinger praised Sanders' potential before the draft, highlighting his 56 games of experience and a lot of splash plays from the safety position, and describing him as a good open field tackler. Sanders himself tweeted before the draft, quote, "Turnovers win games. Somebody's getting a dog this week. Believe that." Despite the disappointment of not being drafted, Shilo Sanders wasted no time in securing his opportunity. He will now look to prove himself and compete for a roster spot with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as an undrafted free agent, bringing his college production and physicality to the NFL. Alright, the Sanders family continued to be a focal point during the NFL draft weekend, even after Shilo Sanders' surprising slide down the draft board. Now, we have another notable development involving his brother, Shilo Sanders. Shilo made a pretty significant personal and professional decision during the draft broadcast on Saturday. Shilo Sanders publicly announced on a Twitch livestream on Saturday that he had decided to fire his father, Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, from his role as his agent. Referencing both himself and his brother Shilo, Shilo explained his reasoning by stating that having "Dad was our agent," quote, "hasn't been working out too good." This comment seemed to be a direct reference to Shilo's unexpected fall in the draft from a potential top pick to being selected in the 5th round. Following this announcement, Shilo Sanders has now officially signed with prominent NFL agent Drew Rosenhaus. Rosenhaus himself confirmed the signing on social media Saturday evening, welcoming Shilo to his agency's family. Despite changing representation, Shilo Sanders was not selected during the 2025 NFL Draft. However, he quickly found a landing spot in the league as an undrafted free agent. He has signed a contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers immediately after the draft concluded. Shilo Sanders played safety for the Colorado Buffaloes for the past 2 seasons, transferring there after time at South Carolina and Jackson State. During his college career at Colorado, he accumulated 134 tackles, forced 5 fumbles, recorded a sack, and returned an interception for a touchdown. Ultimately, Shilo's experience in the draft, particularly his slide, appears to have had a direct impact on Shilo's decision-making regarding who represents him as he begins his own NFL journey. Opting for a seasoned agent like Drew Rosenhaus as he heads to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as an undrafted free agent is a notable move following his brother's unexpected draft weekend.